क्लिअर आहे.
ओके ओके. येस सर प्लीज.
हा, आणि ते काय झालं, अनुष्का नावाची माझी नात आहे, ती परवा आली होती इथं, तिने माझा वापरलेला दिसतोय कुठतरी.
ओके सर.
तिच्या शाळेसाठी.
आय एम रिक्वेस्ट टू डॉक्टर सुजाता डवरे मॅडम, प्लीज introduce our guest.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all in this session. I am SS Dowri, working as Head Department of Statistics in SGM College, Karad. I would like to introduce the resource person of this session, Dr. P.G. Saptarshi, sir. Educational qualification of Saptarshi, sir, is MSc PhD. Present positions are as Emeritus Professor, Sustainable Management, Indian Institution of Cost and Management Studies and Research, Pune, since from November 2018. Positions held UGC Emeritus Fellow, Department of Environmental Science, Savitribai Phule, Pune University from 2016 to 18. Visiting Professor in Salisbury University, Maryland, US from 2012 to 16. Coordinator as a study abroad course in India, Salisbury University from 2008 to 14. Professor and Head Department of Environmental Science, University of Pune, as well as Head Postgraduate Department of Geography, SP College, Pune. Sir has very huge teaching experience, which is of 48 years. In the able guidance of Sir, there are 7 students awarded MPhil and 51 students awarded PhD, and 1 student submitted PhD. Research work. In the research work, there are 2 research projects for degree students, then 13 sponsored research projects are there, then 14 consultancy projects with 154 published research papers, out of which 107 papers are in international journal and 47 papers are in national journal. He was published 2 research volume with academic contribution, 5 editor of research journal. So that means he was working as an editor in 5 research journal. He was organizing 7 conferences, seminar, workshop or refresher courses, more than 100 talks he was delivered as a resource person. Then there are 14 books which was published by him, as well as actually he was working on 8 different universities with the positions as the present position in Pune University as expert member of BOS Geography SPPU Pune, and there are many positions held in North Maharashtra University Jalgaon, then Shivaji University Kolhapur, then Bharati Vidyapeeth Deemed University Pune, Sant Gadge Maharaj Amravati University, then Maharashtra Mumbai University. In these universities, he is working on the different positions. He has also administrative experience as from coordinator to professor and head department of environmental science, University of Pune, with co-curricular activities as organization of refresher course, conferences, workshops, seminars. More than 300 organizations are there as refresher course, conference, workshop and seminars. Also, for academic purpose, he was traveled in foreign countries as, so I just mentioned the countries over here: UK, Australia, USA, then Bolivia, Peru, Mexico, Germany, Norway. These are the countries which he was visited for delivering a lecture or presenting a paper or discussing some topic. Then he was awarded, he was 3 best teacher awarded as first in University of Pune, then Pune Municipal Corporation, and Bharatiya Jain Sangatna. And again, he has emeritus professor as UGC has appointed. He has a emeritus fellow at Department of Environmental Science, Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune, for 2 years from April 1, 2016, and Indian Institute of Cost and Management Studies and Research, Pune, from November 2018 to up to this date. So with this introduction, I welcome you, sir, in this FDP, and please deliver your session. Over to sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. As you are from statistics department, let me share my experience that we geographers always use statistical techniques, and I have written a book on this in Marathi, and also I teach statistical techniques for marketing students, and I have also developed a model which is based on the discrete analysis showing that if your product is costing this much, what will be the quantum of sale? If the cost of production is reduced by say 10%, how much will be the quantum? How much will be the increase in quantum? And this is also quite popular in management sciences. So statistics is a useful subject. It is all pervading, all embracing subject like geography. We are also from science faculty, as well as in some universities, geography is considered as the social sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, I am really happy to discuss my experiences with you. The topic given to me is case study approach, or they have written that case study method for social science research. What is social science research? My earlier resource person has told you elaborately, and he has stated nicely, he has presented about how to select the topic, how to collect data, and how to interpret, and how to prepare the research design right from choice of topic to the presentation of thesis. So with this nice lecture, I really I like that lecture very much, but my point of my lecture will not be so systematic with some slideshow. Well, I will just tell you some of my experiences. What is case study approach? The case studies are studied in Pune University syllabus. We have included some of the case studies for the rural development, the geography of rural development, this paper, also for environmental science, environmental geography. So I will just tell you how these are useful to understand the factors relating to them. Another thing is that case studies give you the micro level analysis. For example, your topic is regarding the what happened because of economic reforms at ground level, and then you are studying this topic, and you may come across come up with certain factors, but those factors can be corroborated with one selected case study. For example, the farm ponds. Take the case of farm ponds. Jalayukta Shivar. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra, then Chief Minister of Maharashtra, previous former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, proudly declared that this farm pond was the scheme which was launched by previous government since 2007. But he used to give proudly the slogan that Jalayukta Shiva, means he has given some different name to this. No, politicians do like this, the same wine in new bottle. Anyway, one of my student has studied the farm ponds in Ahmednagar district. I told him that no, you should have case study approach. Means you should do some cases, and some case studies should be presented. Then and then only you can understand the issues. And then we came to know that the farm pond, the real problem of farm pond is that the people use the plastic coating to the farm ponds in Ahmednagar district. In your district also, same thing. Plastic चा कागद टाकायचा. And then the farm pond should be filled in with the groundwater. Farm ponds are constructed slightly above the ground. म्हणजे farm ponds ची खरी concept अशी आहे की आपल्या शेतातल्या पावसाचं पाणी शेतातून वाहून जिथं जातं तिथं ते अडवायचं, तिथं खड्डा खणायचा, तिथं ते साठवायचं आणि तिथं ते मुरू द्यायचं, so that the groundwater will be recharged and the wells will be full of water. आणि मग त्या वेल मधलं पाणी, त्या विहिरींमधलं पाणी वापरायचं. On the contrary, what happened? The people are just excavating or pumping the well water and pouring it in the farm pond, and it is just like a storage. It is a big tanki rather than a pond. The philosophy behind it was the principle is that it should percolate down, because groundwater is polluted, groundwater levels have gone down, and that's why groundwater is the very good source in the event of longer dry spell. म्हणजे खूप पावसाचा जर ताण पडला तर त्यावेळेस विहिरीचं पाणी आपण वापरत होतो ट्रॅडिशनली, आणि तसंच ते वापरता यावं म्हणून विहिरी आटत चाललेल्या आहेत आणि विहिरींची खोली वाढत चाललेली, ती कशी वाढवता येईल याचा विचार करायचा. आता त्यामुळे मुरलेलं पाणी माझ्याच विहिरीत येईल याची गॅरंटी नाही, तर मग दुसरीची विहीर. पण एक लक्षात घ्या की गावातल्याच विहिरी त्या ठिकाणी पाण्याने भरल्या जातील. असं सगळ्यांनी केलं तर दुसऱ्या फार्म पॉन्ड मधलं तुमच्याकडे, दुसऱ्याच्या शेततळ्यामधलं पाणी तुमच्या विहिरीत येऊ शकेल, वरच्या कुठल्या माणसाचं. तर त्यामुळे असं कल्पना करा की सपोज देर आर लार्ज नंबर ऑफ फार्मर्स हॅव्हिंग फार्म पॉन्ड्स, then naturally large number of wells will be full of water, and the good irrigation system can be developed on individual basis as well as on the village level basis, and prosperity can be achieved because of this. So the farm pond was a very good concept put forth by academicians in well before 2000. Academicians, they from geology, geography, economics, the agricultural sciences, so they have given this idea, and Maharashtra state government has adopted this as their policy, and they have launched a scheme. And even the economists have played very important role to what component you should give subsidy, what component is to be subsidized, and that subsidy is given by government. This means that it is not just beneficial to the individual farmer. Now this is welfare concept, that it is not just given to some Dattatreya Salve or Dattatreya Kulkarni. So it is given to the people of this society, and that's why everybody will be beneficiated because of farm ponds. So this basic principle was violated, and that's why what has happened. So people also study the impact of irrigation in certain district. Then they come out with the data that number of tractors increased, number of so many bazaar size increased, then the prices where the farmer's income has been increased, and so on and so forth. But you go to certain farmer, a case study of a farmer, one who is just keeping the say cows, crossbred cows. So what happened to that? If you carry out case study of that particular cow crossbreeding program and the milk production, then you will come to know that the cost of milk is increased because of crossbred cows have been introduced to the farmers, because they need more food. Their conversion ratio is good, so that they can convert whatever they eat, they can convert into milk. Suppose the deshi cow is converting just 0.1%. So this cow will convert the carbohydrates which have been taken, proteins taken, fats taken, and just the 10 times more converted, means 1% of that is converted into the form of milk. So this is science, right? So how we can use it? So naturally the crossbreed cows are useful, no doubt about that, to improve productivity. Okay, yes, we agree. But these are not the breed which is suitable to your climate. So that's why ultra care is to be taken, and that's why veterinary extension activities are there by government, and government gives you some supply, some medicines, some kind of care, some tips for the care to be taken. And then in that tips, they at government level and at even the academicians in various PhD thesis, I have found that they have seen that concentrate feed is essential for crossbred cows. Means crossbred cows are something like alien, and they need some different food manufactured by Godrej Pashu Ahar. So economists should study hard to find out what happened to Godrej Pashu Ahar, that factory, and what happened to the farmers. And you compare the prosperity of corporate sector and the farming sector. Then you will come to know that the Operation White Flood has been beneficial for the metro cities and the industrial sector rather than farming sector. This fact should be come out, because if you do some field work, you can find that the cows are quite healthy, and the farmer owning the cow is so small, skinny, अगदी बारीक मरतुकडा असा झालेला शेतकरी तुम्हाला बघायला मिळेल. सो त्याच्यावरनं तुमच्या डोक्यात रिसर्च टॉपिक का नाही सुचत की हे काय आहे, ह्या ऑपरेशन फ्लडचं बेनिफिशियरी कोण आहे. सो फॉर दॅट पर्पज द केस स्टडी अप्रोच इज युजफुल. अँड म्हणून मला सांगायचं, फॉर एक्झाम्पल I will tell you one case study. So this is, and you can find out the case study approach is useful to come out with certain conclusion which is applicable to global level. असं म्हणू नका की एका फार्मरची केस स्टडी करून तुम्ही ग्लोबल लेव्हलला कसं काय पोहोचता. तर these give you the local problems, and from local problems to the global issues can also be, you can reach to that. This is beauty of case study approach. Means सर्वसाधारण सत्य हे तुम्ही त्या एका माणसाच्या अभ्यासावरनं काढू शकता. ऑफकोर्स यू हॅव टू चूज प्रॉपर केस स्टडी. नाहीतर काय होईल की समजा फॉर एक्झाम्पल इफ यू जस्ट ऑब्झर्व a person, one who is COVID affected and not completed 14 days, and you can see that he is not walking properly. Then you can conclude that, oh, that fellow has become very old. No. So after that attack of coronavirus is over and he is completely recovered, and see that whether he is looking old or not, or you can judge that. So case study, so you have to take care that case study should not be selected from the extreme events. Means the madam will tell you what is the extreme in statistics. So म्हणजे अगदी टोकाची उदाहरणं घेऊ नका, अगदी तोट्यातली उदाहरण घेऊ नका, आणि खूप फायदा मिळवलेली उदाहरणं घेऊ नका. फॉर एक्झाम्पल take the case of Ramdev Baba. नाव घेतल्याने काही बिघडत नाही. So Ramdev Baba always show, or any such fellow, one who wants to advocate or market for their medicines, they always say that, oh lady, उठो जरा, उठो देखो, अब आप चल सकती है क्या? ती बाई सांगते मैं तो उठ सकती हूँ. हाँ, 6 महीने पहले क्या मैं बिस्तर से नीचे आ नहीं सकती थी. अभी ऐसे क्यों हुआ? बिकॉज ऑफ अनुलोम विलोम एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस जड़ी बूटी का औषध. राइट. सो this kind of case study is useless for understanding scientific truth. Right. On the contrary, if you go and observe, that is called as rapid rural appraisal. Rapid RRA technique, rapid rural appraisal. You can just wander here and there and find out who is the farmer showing the average nature of this farming practices in this village, and then you can study his or her own case and come out with certain concrete scientific discussion about the policies of the government, about the factors, about how this kind of solution is beneficial, how much it is beneficial to the farmers and how much it is to the other sector. So it is simple technique is there, which is called as cash flow analysis. First of all, you have to carry out cost benefit analysis. Economists are expert in this, geographers are expert in this. Then the students from political science should also understand these techniques, so that they can understand the implications of the policies, political policies, political economy. So they can design their own idea of political economy. So this can be the approach in case studies, so that case studies should be able to give you the proper solution then and then only. Take the case of, say, poultry farming. Poultry farming is also quite popular around you. What happened to poultry farmers? Forget about COVID-19 pandemic period. Even before that, in the last 10 years, I am observing that poultry farmers are crying because they don't have much profit. Their capital is not returned in certain period. Why it is so? Economists should study it. This is mainly because of technology. This is mainly because of the techniques given by us, all academicians, all PhD thesis, and that's why the what is Planning Commission or Niti Aayog these days it is called as. So there are people like you and me. So if we are not doing proper research, then we will fail to cater the services to our society. My dear friends, this commitment, don't forget this commitment to the people of India, commitment to the people of the bottom of pyramid. Then and then only your research activities in your mind will be something different. So that is my point. Because why I am here, why I am invited in Salisbury University or Cambridge or in Stanford University or in La Paz for giving lectures. So I have reached to this level by I have become the scientist of international repute. Why? Mainly because in my village I have been trained by my Gurujis till 7th standard. And why 7th standard? That primary school was existing in my village. It was not established by anybody. It was established by government, Jilla Parishad school these days. But it is established even before Jilla Parishad came into being. Political student, the students from political science should understand when Jilla Parishad and when. So most of you might have taken the training, basic education, the primary education from Jilla Parishad school. Why such schools were established in remotest of the village? Why some ashram pathshalas are established in the rugged region? Why there are some one teacher schools were established in some hilly region? Why? This is because of government policy, and government has adopted that the India is a welfare state after independence. We have, and we are the fruits of this. We are the beneficiaries of this policy. Why not we should try to retain that policy? Always the academicians discuss with elaborated PPTs that educational policy 2020. This is just nonsense. Educational policy 2020 doesn't, it is not at all based on the concept of welfare. It is not at all, it doesn't address the issues that education for all. So the students from education should understand this. Instead of trying to write the impressive thesis, try to come out with the factual realities. What are the facts at ground level? And we are the persons who know the real facts. Because all politicians will say something different according to their convenience. We don't need to have any convenience. Our salary is protected, our livelihood is good. Why to worry about Dada Sahib and Mama Sahib यांनी काय केलं त्यांनी काय केलं? पहिलं, this fear psyche, academicians should go away from this fear psyche. Then and then only you can be a good scientific researcher. Forget about English language, forget about your language. Language is not important. So what happened, what is going on in Germany? Why Germans do very good research? They don't know English. Their theses are not written in English. We try to learn German and find out what is given in that thesis. because this is our need. Similarly, people will study Marathi and find out. Don't even, I say that they don't care about the journal in which you are publishing. Do you know that my first paper, the first of its kind, regarding GIS application for the rural development planning. So this paper was published in 1986. It is first in India, first of its kind. But I don't follow the idea of name and fame, and that's why I have written it in Marathi and published it in Marathi journal, Maharashtra Bhagol Shastra Parishad's journal, which is honoring the vernacular language. It is multilingual journal, but still people know me. So this is important thing, that don't be shy about your low quality English. So try to be shy about your low quality research. Research should be perfect, hammering the factual things. Then and then only you will come out with certain realistic facts. So in this way, my statement is that the case study is nothing but observations, data collection, data analysis, and interpretation of the results in global context. And in this way, it is a journey from local to global. And that's why case studies are important in research. Your research should be supported by case studies, or even you can carry out whole your research exercise according to your topic using the case studies. For example, urban sprawl. Urban sprawl is the headache. Urban sprawl म्हणजे माहिती ना तुम्हाला, शहरं नुसती वाढत चालली, त्याला स्प्रॉल म्हणायचं. शहराची डेव्हलपमेंट नाही. लोक म्हणतात पॉलिटिकल लोक स्मार्ट सिटी वगैरे वगैरे, पण आम्ही तरी अनुभवतोय अर्बन स्प्रॉल. जागा दिसली, बिल्डरनी मिळवली, मग आंबिलोडा असा तिरका आहे तर तो सरळ केला आणि तिथं जागा घेऊन सुद्धा बिल्डर बांधतात. नंतर केव्हा तरी 10 वर्षांनी पूर येऊन ते पडेल बिल्डिंग, तो भाग निराळा, लोक विकत घेणारी आहेत. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज अर्बन स्प्रॉल. So what are the ill effects? What is the impact of urban sprawl on environment? This can be the issue. This issue can be studied with one case study from the Ambiloda, the settlement alongside of Ambiloda in Pune city, or settlement alongside of Mula river. Such 4 or 5 case studies can give you the idea regarding the ill impact of this urban. Now I will tell you one case study that I have prepared, that regarding your this what is that कराडच्या जवळ नाही का ते तुमचं windmills, regarding windmills. Windmills त्या पठारावरचं विंडमिल्स आहेत तुमच्या सातारा ते कठारा, तिथं जाताना उजव्या बाजूला हायवेच्या तिथं वरती गेलो, खूप उंच. आणि कंपनीचं पाहिलं मी, कंपनी इतक्या प्रमाणात वीज निर्माण होते, इतकं स्पीड असेल तर इतकी वीज निर्माण होते असं कंपनीने सांगितलं. दिस इज सायन्स, राईट? इकॉनॉमिस्ट or the students of political science, economics, or they should not have a fear psyche about scientific things. सायन्सची माहिती तुम्ही कुठल्या तरी सायंटिस्ट कडनं माहिती करून घ्या. फायनल डेटा, तर फायनल डेटा सुझलॉन कंपनीने दिलेला तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की इतका स्पीड असला तर तो इतकं विंड जनरेट करतो. Then I went back to again another scientific institute called IMD, India Meteorological Department, right? So this meteorological, they have got hourly data for wind speed. आय हॅव पर्चेस्ड इट. आणि मग त्या ठिकाणचा आवरली डेटा पाहून आम्ही पाहिलं की त्यांचे किती विंड स्पीड केव्हा केव्हा होता. स्टॅटिस्टिक्सच्या मॅडम आहेत, ते तुम्हाला सांगतील त्याची फ्रिक्वेन्सी टेबल वगैरे करून त्याच्यावरनं आम्ही फायनली किती इलेक्ट्रिसिटी निर्माण होते ते काढलं. आणि त्याच्यावरून आमचा आला काय त्याला म्हणता येतं, तो एक फॅक्टर होता कंपनीने दिलेला. कंपनी म्हणत होती की 15% विंड म्हणजे इफिशियन्सी फॅक्टर इज 15%. म्हणजे एवढं वारं बिरं आलं तरी आमचं एवढं मॉडेल असं आहे की ते 15%च फक्त एनर्जी तुमची निर्माण करू शकतं. 15%च वाऱ्याची एनर्जी ते वापरू शकतं आणि त्यातून वीज निर्माण होऊ शकते. राईट. म्हणजे त्याची कॅपॅसिटी 1 मेगावॅट असेल तर फक्त 15%च मेगावॅटचा भाग तेवढा जनरेट करू शकू. पण मग आमचा फॅक्टर असा आला की इट इज लेस दॅन 7%. This means that the company is cheating to the government, to the people of India, and to this. So this cheating can be surfaced. This fact is open now. Instead of 15%, only 7% is the efficient utilization factor. Utilization factor is 7%. म्हणजे ते म्हणत असतील की 100 मेगावॅट आम्ही वीज निर्माण करतो तुमच्या जवळचं जे काही तिथं 25-30 लावलेले ते, तर त्याच्या ऐवजी ते फक्त 7 मेगावॅटच करतात. उरलेले याचं काय करतात हिशोब, त्याचे पैसे कमवतात. 15 मेगावॅट तिथं सकाळची आहे, सकाळ प्रायव्हेट लिमिटेड, म्हणजे सगळंच मीडियाची लोक आहेत, टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया, टाटा, असे मोठमोठ्या लोकांचे तिथं प्रोजेक्ट्स आहेत तिथं. आणि त्या सगळ्या मिळून आणि त्यांना तिथं मुंबईत पुण्यात तेवढी वीज फुकट मिळते. आता ती 15 मेगावॅटची वीज समजा जर फुकट मिळत असेल त्यांना, तर ते ऍक्च्युली 7.5 मेगावॅट किंवा 8 मेगावॅट हे ते चोरतात. बरोबर. आणि वीज चोरीच्या बाबतीत अगेन केस स्टडी तुम्ही जर वर्तमानपत्रात पाहिलं तर पहिल्या पानावरती दरवेळेस कुठल्या थ्रेशिंगच्या सीझनला एक थ्रेशर लावलेला आहे आणि वरती आकडी टाकलेली आहे आणि हा फार्मर कशी वीज चोरतो याचं मीन्स पब्लिक परसेप्शन इज क्रिएटेड थ्रू मीडिया. बट आवर केस स्टडी गिव्स अस रिअलिस्टिक or factual information that the thresher which is just running on the electricity which is procured illegitimately, okay, I know that. So what is the hours of threshing in a one season or two season? हे मोजा आणि तेवढेच फक्त आवर्स त्याने त्या फार्मर्सनी चोरली वीज, एवढाच त्याच्यावरती आरोप आहे ना. On the contrary, they have developed a system of theft of electricity with the intervention of Suzlon Corporation, Suzlon multinational corporation. Such facts can be opened if you carry out such researches. So, my dear young scholars, my dear friends, I urge that if you have a social commitment, then you can take up such topics. Forget about your guide. If suppose your guide says no, then you say that you can change the guide. गाईडला फार महत्व देऊ नका तुम्ही. फार म्हणजे ते याच्यात कोणीतरी गाईड असतील तर ते मला मारतीलच नंतर, पण गाईडला फार महत्व देऊ नका. आम्ही गमतीने म्हणायचो गाईड 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 काय चाललंय. आम्ही एकदा महाबळेश्वरला गेलो होतो तर तिथं खूप लोक मला विचारत होते गाईड गाईड 10 रुपये 10 रुपये, गाईड गाईड 20 रुपये 20 रुपये. तेव्हा ही त्यांचं म्हणजे गाईड हा गाईड चांगलाच असतो. मी सुद्धा 50 मुलांना गाईड केलंय, नाही असं नाही. ते बिचारे माझ्याशी चांगलं वागतात, मी त्यांच्याशी चांगलं वागतो. सो दिस इज called as research. Now quickly we can have the look towards some popular case studies. For example, how green is green revolution. आता याची केस स्टडी अप्रोचने तुम्ही कसा स्टडी करणार. Green revolutionचा normal study कसा करणार? What is meant by green revolution? There are so many references, there are so many theses, and people say that green revolution is great, Swaminathan is great, he is father of green revolution, great, 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 great. And because of green revolution, food security, we can we could override the food security issue. असंच तुमचं सगळ्यांचं मत झालंय ना? माझं मत वेगळे. I don't have any respect for the great scientist Swaminathan, because if you study the history, what happened in 60s, Swaminathan did his PhD from some Harvard or something, some American institute. He came back, and Nehru has made him some director of PUSA and something like that. So then he had some connections. So there was some Mexican, the one who is called as father of green revolution. He has invented some crossbreed wheat, which is called as dwarf variety of wheat. It is simple. Science is simple. If the height of the wheat is low, then the energy consumed for vegetative growth is low, and that's why above that the fruit will be more and seeds will be more, and that's why number of the grains is more than 100, 200, and the which is the Indian variety, we are having 90, 92. Means okay, this is good invention, and that's why again the conversion ratio in the form of seeds, because we are harvesting seeds, not the vegetative part. So this is very high. That conversion ratio is good, better than the Indian variety, and that's why what happened. Okay, that Mexican variety was brought to Pusa and it was multiplied. So okay, and the Swaminathan was made the in charge of this project. Before that, what happened in 60s? We were severely affected by food security. There was famine conditions, and people were dying with you can say that because of lack of food grains, and that's why government has to purchase food grains from outside. But it was newly formed government, means just we came into being in 1947. Then on January 50 was the real India came into being, and again we wasted first 5 years time in fighting against Pakistan and so many problems. Simple that needle was also not manufactured in India, and we were having the shortage of the foreign currency. Whatever was taken by the British companies were taken, so many things, and lastly the British government has taken everything, and that's why we were not having any money. The America came to us and then started that, yes, we had a lot of wheat. So the Americans were having the problem that what to do with bumper production of wheat. Unless and until it is thrown in the sea, otherwise farmers will not be motivated to, there won't be any economic motivation for farming sector to grow wheat, and that's why they were just dumping it in the sea. So instead they said that yes, we will give you wheat, not as aid but with certain rate we'll take. But our government told them that no, we don't have dollars, so we will pay you in rupees. Okay, no problem, right? So then this rule was passed in American Congress, means their parliament, and that rule was that is called as PL, means public law. So 480, number is 480. So under PL 480, America will provide wheat to India and India will pay in rupees, and those rupees will be useless for Americans. So they said that you put it in your reserve bank as a separate account. So PL 480 was the separate account, and we will do that money we will use for welfare in your country. So government, the cabinet has passed this, and also the President of America has got the sanction from the Congress, and then it started. Okay, that money was there, and this was in 65 or something, 63 to 65. A lot of money was, means not in lakhs of crores of rupees like today, but some hundreds of crores of rupees were there, but equivalent to lakhs of crores of rupees, right? So this was done. Now see, in case studies you have to go to the intricacies of the problem, right? Then what happened? Then America told that there was some Rockefeller Foundation. Rockefeller was a company who has taken the illegitimate money, we earn illegitimate money from the Mexico, the poor countries, right? So that was Rockefeller. So Rockefeller Foundation. So he started doing some welfare. Then Rockefeller Foundation came, and they came to Pusa, and they said that we will give you some wheat seed, which is you can say that the crossbreed variety which is founded by the great scientist in America, and we will spend money on this and we will give. So tons of wheat seed came to Pusa, and in various universities that was multiplied. That seed was multiplied, and that is the wheat that we eat today. But what was the condition for good production? So the previous wheat, which had the 5,000 years of this tradition, so the farmers were giving 3 to 4 times water. Watering was required. Now the protocol was there, 7 times the water should be given in its lifespan. Another thing is that if water is given more, this wheat is not tilted. So this was the quality of that particular seed, right, seedling, and it was really good, no doubt about that. But what happened? Environmental issue. What was the environmental issue? The local variety of wheat was free from the attack of the pest. कीटकांच्या अटॅकला ते बळी पडत नव्हते. जे आपले जुने व्हीट होते ते, म्हणजे जोड गहू असेल, कुठे असेल, त्याच्यावर काही एफिड्स येत नव्हते. त्याच्यावर काही कारण काय, तर तो गहू जो आहे तो 5000 वर्षाच्या परंपरेने सगळ्या किड्यांना वाचवत 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 त्याचं सीड तयार झालेलं आहे इव्होल्युशन होऊन, आणि त्यामुळे त्या किड्यांना तो मानत नव्हता, जुमानत नव्हता, आणि त्यामुळे पेस्ट कंट्रोल त्याला करायची गरज नव्हती. पाणी 3च वेळा द्यावं लागायचं, फार तर फार 4 वेळा दिलं तर आणखीन क्रॉप यायचं, भरपूर उत्पादन व्हायचं. सो दिस वॉज द पेस्ट अटॅक वॉज देअर. सो पेस्ट अटॅक should be removed. So Rockefeller Foundation give us money to purchase pesticides from outside India as a gift. दान दिलं त्यांनी, दान आपल्याला, आणि मग ते आपण घेतलं दान, विषाचं दान हे. सो अँड देन वी स्टार्टेड युजिंग धिस. तरी ते फेल गेलं. मग ह्या सगळ्यांची बैठक बसली आणि मग रॉकेफेलर फाउंडेशनने सांगितलं, नो नो, सम केमिकल तुमच्या सॉइल मध्येच दोष आहे, जसं तुम्हाला सांगतो ना की तुमच्या कापसातच दोष आहे, तुमचा आखूड जागेचा कापूस आहे असं सांगायचं, आमच्या मशीनमध्ये दोष असं नाही सांगायचं. सो देर इज नो fault in the seed created by that great scientist in America, but that seed requires certain quality of soil and this soil was not suitable for that seed. So this should have been the end of the project. But no, you should use chemical fertilizers. Then chemical fertilizers were also given by Rockefeller Foundation and also from the money of PL 480, public law, PL 480. So in this way, that was multiplied and people started using that wheat, and by 80s we say that yes, we conquered food security, right? Okay. But at the cost of soil degradation, at the cost of intervention by toxic material in the soil, at the cost of adding the toxic materials in the soil. So these are the long-term effects. Environment. After in 2000 we started seeing those boldly seeing those ill effects of green revolution, and we always praise those who are the father of. And so another story attached to that green revolution, but another fellow in the same institute was, so he was his name I think, what is the way out? So the three scientists are there who were competing with Swaminathan. One has some Asana, his name was Asana, some Parsi person. So he was also senior colleague of Swaminathan. He developed some selection variety and he come out with certain selection variety, means he has another fellow was doing the crossbreeding within this, and some Singh is such a great scientist. He developed the varieties like Narmada 1, Narmada 2, Narmada 10, Narmada. He invented all over India, and he just collected the seed and sown in the laboratory and found out which is the better one, which is giving 9 quintals, which is giving 10 quintals, and thus he has developed this. Singh, I don't remember his full name, and he is known for Narmada. He also got Padma Shri or whatever it may be. But apart from these two scientists, the third scientist was great one. And what was his task? He just collected thousands of wheat variety grown all over India, from Assam, from Kerala, from Jammu area, Kashmir area, some parts of Kashmir, some parts of, because in upper side there is no wheat cultivation, some even lower parts of Himachal. So wheat was there, and he collected all climatic data and the wheat variety, its production and all these things. And then some other person has also done about rice variety, and he has come out with the solution for food security. Means we can plant these, and these were free from pesticides and chemical fertilizers. This is one thing. But what happened? The Rockefeller Foundation has also supported one project of rice variety in Philippines, in Manila, and he suggested that the Swaminathan should lead the institution. See, the Swaminathan, most of the vice chancellors these days, you can find that they are also trying to get something for them, and they are just mixing their tone with the the politicians who rule the government, right? So similarly, so he was just the man of Rockefeller, not the man of Nehru. So he was just, he's loyal to Rockefeller. He went there. And all of a sudden, some international institute in Manila, this, with the signature of Swaminathan as in charge of that, they requested the Prime Minister of India. Then Prime Minister was something different. Nehru died in 65 or I think, yes, 64. Then maybe Indira Gandhi or, and that ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, one who is monitoring all these agricultural research. So this, and also funding the agricultural research. So that was knowing that that research project was funded by ICAR. The ICAR just told that that fellow that you all this seed bank should be packed in a proper manner and send it to Manila. Now, what happened to that particular scientist Singh? So Dr. Singh must be getting good salary, no doubt about that, but he is unhappy. He died, he is no more now, but he may be given Padma Shri or whatever it may be, Padma Bhushan or this, but he is not happy because he was committed to the society and social cause. And his research was in that particular direction. But this is the, you can say that this kind of encroachment of capitalism, encroachment of rich countries, rich scientists on you is always there. UGC care list is must. This is also the encroachment on us. So the scientists should be aware of these things. We should be committed to our social cause, social. So then you can reread the Green Revolution. And you are a scientist. All of you are good scientists, and that's why you can study all pros and cons for how this Green Revolution, is it really green, or it is environmental disaster, or what was the alternative for that. Capitalist society always say, alternative आहे का? अरे कुणी पर्याय आहे का? मला कुणी पर्याय आहे का? असं आपले काही मोठमोठे लीडर पण म्हणतात बरं का. जसं काही ते आले तेव्हा ते पर्याय म्हणूनच आले का काय? असं नाहीये. पर्याय असू शकतो. इंदिरा गांधींना सुद्धा काय पर्याय होता, पण झालं ना, माझ्यासारखं सामान्य माणसांनी सुद्धा बदललं त्यांना. सो सिमिलरली हे कॅपिटलिस्ट तंत्र असतं, पर्यायच नाही. मुथूट फायनान्स शिवाय पर्याय नाही. सो दिस इज द परसेप्शन क्रिएटेड बाय यूजिंग द सेलिब्रिटी लाइक अमिताभ बच्चन किंवा केंट. हे सबसे अच्छा पानी है. झूठ है, 100% लाय. तसं 100% लाय हे भांडवली सोसायटीमध्ये बोललं जातं. इट इज ड्युटी ऑफ द सायंटिस्ट टू फाइंड आउट द ट्रुथ. आता भोपाळ गॅस ट्रॅजेडी इज ऑल्सो ए केस स्टडी. मी काही जास्त सांगणार नाही, पण एकच सांगतो तुम्हाला, दी भोपाळ गॅस ट्रॅजेडी, स्टील 5 लाख पीपल आर अफेक्टेड अँड they were just deprived of justice. This is mainly because that Bhopal gas, this Union Carbide is a multinational company, and that has influenced the scientific society also. That you should take care. Scientific society is affected by capturing UGC, by capturing ICAR, by capturing ICSSR. कोणाला फंड्स द्यायचे कोणाला नाही द्यायचे याच्यावरनं तुमच्या रिसर्चची दिशा अजिबात ठरवू नका. दे वॉन्ट टू डायरेक्ट अस, बट वी शुड रिव्होल्ट अगेन्स्ट them. And that's why the Bhopal gas tragedy, so this case study was studied with so many angles. And one version is that there was some means the workers have done some mischief, and that's why this was. But the fact is that what was that gas? The chemistry people will tell us. Don't worry, forget about that. Was toxic gas. Without going into the details, I can say that it is toxic gas. But what is its characteristic? It was the repellent from the water. म्हणजे पाण्यापासून तो दूर पळत होता, म्हणून त्याच्यात पाणी सोडलं म्हणूनच तो गॅस वर आला असं त्यांचं सांगणं, म्हणून टाकी फुटली त्याच्यात. एनिवे, it was toxic gas. If it is inhaled for half an hour, man can die or woman can die. Children immediately after 15 minutes, children die. So this was the known fact. It was not declared publicly on. And another thing is that when accident happened, they got time to run away from the factory, but they don't find any time of 1 minute to explain it to the collector or explain it to the Akashvani, so that people are aware about this gas. They were knowing that it is water repellent, and that's why many workers inside that particular factory, they went away with soaked towel on their nose, लक्षात घ्या, and on their eyes. असं उडून बघायचं परत लावायचे. म्हणजे केवळ पाण्यात टॉवेल बुडवा आणि तो नाकापुढं धरा, तर निश्चितपणे 10,000 लोक मेली, त्याच्याऐवजी 2,000 मेली असते. But without any social commitment, without commitment to Indian society, these multinationals work. And then they went away out of our nation. And आता इथे मॅनेजर कोण राहिला, त्याला काय शिक्षा करणार तुम्ही आणि त्याला किती पैसे मागणार, आणि ते सगळं पाडून तुम्हाला त्याच्यात किती पैसे मिळणार. सो जर यांना कॉम्पेन्सेशन द्यावं लागलं असतं ॲज पर अमेरिकन लॉ, तर ती कंपनी पूर्णपणे बुडाली असती आणि आता तिचं युनियन कार्बाईड नावाचं नामोनिशाण राहिलं नसतं. त्यांना त्यांच्या सर्व जगातल्या प्रॉपर्ट्या विकून पैसे द्यावे लागले असते आणि लोकांना निश्चित न्याय मिळाला असता. सो दिस इज द केस स्टडी विथ धिस अप्रोच यू कॅन डू. सो असं समजू नका की ही केस स्टडी झालेली आहे. म्हणजे आपल्याकडे फॉर एक्झाम्पल वेन यू चूज टॉपिक, you can say that in our geography people say that agriculture in Pune district, oh, that has been done by Date, so I will not get that topic. No, you can repeat the topic, you can repeat the case study. Your approach should be different. How differently you are looking towards that particular case. So there are good case studies like Mendalekha village. You can study that. You can the watershed management of Hivre Bazar, watershed management of less said, or you can say that the अप्रकाशित किंवा काय त्याला म्हणतात प्रकाश झोतात न आलेले अण्णा हजारे, पोपट पवार सोडून इतर एक खोसे म्हणून साधा गरीब माणूस आहे, त्यांनी फक्त वाळू याच्यामध्ये ठेवली. कशात? नदीतली ओढ्यातली वाळू जाऊ दिली नाही. His village is near Sina river in Ahmednagar district, in my तहसील only. आणि ती वाळू त्यांनी साधारणतः 2010 पासून ठेवली. आज त्याची फळं येत आहेत आणि त्यांच्याकडच्या विहिरींना पाणी आहे. त्याचं पाहून 2015 पासून संपूर्ण त्या पट्ट्यात 8-10 विलेजेसचं वाळू माफियांचं धंदा बसला. त्याची जर तुम्ही इकॉनॉमिस्ट शुड स्टडी दॅट, how much was the quantum of the business of sand. So this was in some thousands of crores of rupees were lost. But who lost? Who is at loss? The big players, the politicians were at loss. Who are benefited? The farmers. One who can fetch their water from the bore well. So this kind of thing, because this on this the scientific truth is that we are standing on the compact basalt rock, which is not permeable. Unless and until there is cracks and crevices, the water can be stored in the form of groundwater. But sand is such a thing that it is a very good storage of water at upper level, and that can be used. So sand is such a rock which can just store groundwater. And that's why the sand is protected, groundwater is protected, and the people have become prosperous. But those who are politicians, based on their sand mafia, so they are at loss. म्हणून एकदा त्यांच्या व्हिलेजमध्ये दरोडेखोर आले होते. म्हणजे पॉलिटिशियननेच पाठवलेले. तिथं मंत्रीच राहतो एक शेजारी मंत्री. आता तो मंत्री नाहीये, मागच्या मंत्रिमंडळात मंत्री होता, शिंदे म्हणून प्राध्यापक नाव लावतो, कुठंतरी होता ज्युनियर कॉलेजला वगैरे असेल माहित नाही. पण तो मला पण अगदी गुरु गुरु म्हणतो, पण पैसे करतो फक्त. सो दॅट्स वाय देअर पॉलिसीज आर रॉंग, because their policies are based on some selfish motives. So we should not have any selfish motive while carrying out research. If you are a guide, you allow your students to develop their topic, and then even I think that before selection of topic, you go with your guide and carry out one case study. You will get very good objectives, very good aims and objectives and methodology to find out the truth. So, dear friends, I think that the research methodology is good. Methodology which is explained in the book is also good, no doubt about that. You follow that methodology, but while selecting the topic, while interpreting the topic, don't forget the people at the bottom of pyramid. फक्त एक शेवटी जाताना गोष्ट सांगतो. When I was serving in a university camp, Pune University, I used to come early in the morning. This is not just I am very workaholic, but just to avoid the traffic congestion. So I used to go there at 7:30 and open my cabin and my department, and 7:30 most of the classes were started. So anyway, so I was sitting in my room, and Vice Chancellor came and said that that lady is cutting the trees outside your just beyond the road approaching to the environment science department. पाहिलं मी, ती बाई कापत होती. ते म्हणले आता काय करायचं, त्या बाईला अरेस्ट करायचं का त्या वॉचमनला नोकरीवरनं काढतो म्हणले. मी म्हणलं काढा, काही करा, पण तुम्हाला खरं सांगू का, हू युजेस फायरवूड? तुमच्यापैकी कोणी वापरतं फायरवूड? So those who are participating in this program and those who are organizers, including that lady from statistics department who has introduced me, you ask them one question, that do you use firewood for your home requirement? The answer would be no. This means that who uses firewood? Those who are again topic of economics, those who are in compulsive situation that they are unable to purchase kerosene, they are unable to purchase gas, even Ujjwala gas, much hyped Ujjwala gas, and they are unable to use electricity as a fuel, domestic fuel. Then Vice Chancellor said that yes, you are right, because Vice Chancellor was an economist. So you are right. So both of us will go there and touch the feet of that lady. ती जी म्हातारी होती, तिचे पाय पकडून तिच्या पायावर डोकं ठेवून आपण सांगू, सॉरी, वी ऑल आर वेल एज्युकेटेड पीपल, बट वी कुडंट डू एनिथिंग फॉर अपलिफ्टमेंट ऑफ यू पीपल. So this should be the commitment for the research activities in social sciences. My dear friends, if you are motivated to carry out such researches, I will be very happy. Thank you very much. And if you ask any questions, I would love to discuss again.
सर तुम्ही मगाशी स्टॅटिस्टिक्सचं बुक म्हणालात, त्याचं नाव काय आहे तुमचं स्टॅटिस्टिक्सचं बुक?
हा, सांख्यिकी भूगोल. ते संपलं, आउट ऑफ प्रिंट आहे ते आता, बरेच त्याचं खप झाला. पण तुम्हाला आमच्या गाताडे सरांकडे किंवा काळे सरांकडे कोणाकडे मिळेल तुम्हाला? तुमचे जे ऑर्गनायझर जॉग्राफीचे कोण आहेत तुमच्या कॉलेजमध्ये? हा, ते काय ते दाखवा. म्हणजे सोप्या भाषेत मराठीत लिहिलेलं आहे. त्याचंच इंग्रजी करून काही लोकांनी लिहिलं, पण दॅट वॉज नॉट सो पॉप्युलर. पण एनिवे चांगलं आहे, आपण करत राहायचं. ते 78 साली लिहिलेलं पुस्तक आहे. बट स्टील इट इज
जन्माच्या वेळेला सर.
हा,
माझ्या जन्माच्या वेळेला.
असू द्या, असू द्या.
So if there is no any question,
का सगळे आपले ते चालू करून आपली प्रेझेंटी लावून घरी जेवायला वगैरे गेले होते?
Sir, we people are listening. No.
Okay, okay. But is there anybody who can't understand Marathi? मी मधून मराठी किस्से सांगितले बरेच.
Nearly about 25 participants are out of Maharashtra, sir.
Out of Maharashtra means from which?
They are unable to understand Marathi.
No, but which state? If they are from Karnataka, they.
कर्नाटका, यूपी, एमपी, आंध्र प्रदेश.
हाँ, एमपी वाले भी मराठी समझते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. मराठी समझ बोल नहीं सकते लेकिन समझ, कर्नाटक वाले समझते हैं.
यस सर, यस.
आंध्र वाले जरा दिक्कत होगी उनको. If you are from border state, you can understand. But most of the things I have told you in English, but some of the stories I have also spoken in my mother tongue.
Yes, sir. Yes. Madam, please conclude.
तुमच्या वेळेत संपवलं मी.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तुम्ही मला 2 ते 3 वेळ दिला होता, पण तुम्ही 1:30लाच मला सुरू केलं. 1 ते 2 दिल्यानंतर.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
एक सेशन मध्ये सर थोडंसं ब्रेक झालं, त्याच्यामुळे तुमचं लेक्चर आधी घेतलं होतं.
बर, चालेल, काय हरकत नाही. केव्हाही बोलवा तुम्ही. ऐनवेळेस जरी सांगितलं, ऐनवेळेस कुठलाही टॉपिक सांगितलं, तुम्हाला जो हवा असेल तो त्याच्यावरती सांगू शकेन मी. हा, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लेम.
थँक्यू सर.
Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. We really appreciate the time you talk for our FDP. I am really grateful for your speech and also for your thoughts and experiences you shared with us. On behalf of SDM College Karad and HRDC Pune, I say thank you, sir. It was a wonderful opportunity to see and listen a big personality like you, sir. म्हणजे मला तुमचा बायोडेटा वाचताना काही शब्द उच्चार करता सुद्धा येत नव्हते. आणि मी मगाशी सांगितलंच तुम्हाला की तुमचा जो एक्सपिरियन्स आहे तो माझ्या वयापेक्षा सुद्धा जास्त आहे. तो तुमच्यासारख्या मोठ्या माणसाचं मला इथं इंट्रोडक्शन द्यायला मिळालं आणि थँक्स म्हणायला मिळालं. फार चांगला अनुभव. केस स्टडी म्हणजे रिअल लाईफ सिच्युएशनवर बेस्ड तुम्ही, म्हणजे जरी तुमचं प्रेझेंटेशन नसलं तरी सुद्धा रिअल लाईफ सिच्युएशन जे तुम्ही केस स्टडी आम्हाला सांगितले ते सगळ्यांनाच जास्त उपयोगी पडतील काम करताना. म्हणजे ऍक्च्युअल डे टू डे जर केस स्टडी ते करत असतील किंवा करणार असतील तर ते फार उपयोगी पडतील सर.
थँक्यू सर.
थँक्यू.